Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel, to The Witchy Reader. So I totally forgot to start this vlog at the beginning of this month, which was the plan. I haven't done that much reading, but I'm gonna change that today and the rest of the month because I do have several books I want to read this month. So this week I plan on finishing hopefully 3 books. That's kind of presumptuous of me because 2 of the books are not very far in, though one of them is kind of short. So hopefully it shouldn't go that much. And then there's one book that's like I'm like over halfway into it. So this week I do want to finish Harry Potter, which I just started today. It's Prisoner of Azkaban. I have it fell. I took it off, and then the cover jacket for Prisoner of Azkaban, and it fell off my bed, and I don't want to get it, but I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna have to get up after I film this. So yeah. um. But yeah, so I'm reading Prisoner of Azkaban. I just started today. I'm buddy reading it with 2 other people. Who are both bookish friends of mine. Um, and we're actually buddy reading the 3rd all the way to the 7th books, which is gonna be a lot of fun. We're all so excited to be rereading this series because it will always remain to be one of my all-time favorite series, no matter how many times I read it. And I just love the series so much, and I'm so happy to be rereading it, especially since one of my all-time favorite characters get introduced in this book, which is Lupin. He's my favorite character. Well, not my favorite character, but he's pretty up there. He's pretty close to being my favorite. My favorite male character is Ron, and my favorite female Jenny. And which is funny that my 2 favorite characters of all time are 2 that got the worst ends of the deals in the movie versions. Don't get me wrong, I love the movies. I just feel like they could have done a lot better on some things, but I also feel like there are some things the movies could have done better than the books too. That might be controversial, but there are a few things I like better in the movies, and I'm not the only one because I found a couple Harry Potter-ish YouTubers, and I know one of them was saying some things he preferred in the movie, and I'm like, some things he prefers I prefer too. And I got so happy that I wasn't alone. But I will be doing a lot of Harry Potter-ish videos recently because I've been in a huge Harry Potter mood with rereading the books, and I'll be rewatching the movies probably sometime this week as well with Alyssa and my mom. We were planning on rewatching the movies. Alyssa hasn't watched them since she was really little. She's never read the books. After she reads the Grishaverse, once I finish the last 2 books of the Grishaverse, and then she reads the Grishaverse. Because she's on Crooked Kingdom, so I have to kind of hurry up and finish King of Scars because she'll be reading that next. No, wait, did she finish? I don't think she finished Crooked Kingdom. I think the last time she read some more the other day, and she's 83% in. Okay, and she wants to finally read this series, and I'm so happy because I'm like, yes, you have to. Um, and yeah, so I wonder if she's gonna agree on some of the things that I think the movies did better and some things I did think the books did better. But because I'm in this huge Harry Potter mood, I plan on doing some Harry Potterish videos soon. I have, besides these 2 videos, which will be coming out later this month, I have a couple other videos I plan on filming this week, which is at I think the beginning of this week, within the next couple of days. One was predicting 5-star reads. I don't remember what the other one was now, but I had another video planned, but I can't remember what it is now. But I have I'm gonna go book slash movie. I'm gonna go from book to book, movie to movie, and comment on every change they made in each one. So those will be different videos because that's gonna take a lot of research, and I'm not sure I'm ready to film those yet. So it might take a while for me to actually get to those, but I know but the 2 that I do plan on doing a little bit sooner, maybe the end of next week or beginning of the week after, it will be, I'm hoping, I want to do top 10 things the Harry Potter books did better and top 10 things the Harry Potter movies did better. And I'm already done, not done, but almost done with the list for both of those videos, and I'm really excited because I'm really excited to talk about things I think the books did better and things that I think the movies did better, because there are some things I prefer that the movies did than the books. And I know that's not very popular. and the books are better. Don't get me wrong, but I do feel like Harry Potter is one of the better book to movie adaptations because there's some really bad adaptations, and Harry Potter is still is my all-time favorite movie, and the books are definitely one of my all-time favorite books. Um, so yeah, that became into a long Harry Potter talk that was not meant to be. Oh well. I'm actually currently reading that. I just took a break to eat, and then I was doing something else, but I'm about to get back into it after I film this. Um, and then I also started this the other day. It's a reread as well. I'm rereading which book is this? The Last Wilderness is book 4, and Seekers book 4 out of 12. But as you can tell, they're not very long. They're all like either barely 300 pages or not even 300 pages. How long is this one? 265. Yeah, I think the first two were a good like 300 or a little over, like very little over. But last one and this one are not even 300 pages. Like I said, they're not very long, but they're so good and so well done, and I love them. As you guys might be able to know by now, because if you're not new to my channel, then you know that this is one of my all-time favorite series as well. And I absolutely love it. I'm kind of obsessed, if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, so I also plan on finishing this week, but that shouldn't take me long. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of in a Harry Potter mood, so I might end up finishing Prisoner Respawn first. It depends on which mood I get into, because who knows what mood I'll be in tomorrow. Tomorrow I might be in the Seekers mood again and go back to Seekers. Um, but we shall see. But I know one of these will be my first read this month, so we shall see which one that it will be. And then it's all the way over here. Here is the other book I want to finish this week. It is King of Scars. I'm buddy reading this with Jessica from Layla Loves That Reads, and we were supposed to finish it last month, but then we both just didn't. So we were like, so we made it. So it's we plan on finishing it first half of this month, and then use the second half of next month, or second half of this month, to read Rule of Wolves, because we've been waiting until the end of the month to read these books we've been buddy reading anyway, so we figured we'll be done with this by the time it's time for us to start Rule of Wolves anyways. And I mean, I'm already halfway over. I haven't read any of it this month yet, but so this is where I ended last month, but I'm on chapter 21, and yeah, so I'm on page 324, and there's, I think, over 500 pages. Yeah, but that's not bad. I'm over halfway, so that's pretty good. As you can tell, I'm over halfway. So yeah. So those are the books I plan on reading this week, and I'll let you know how that goes. I'll probably do an update when I finish either Prisoner Respawn or The Last Wilderness, or I might wait until I finish them both. It depends if I even remember to update this, and then I'll update you when I finish King of Scars as well, and whenever I finish any other of the books I put on my TBR. So if you want to see what books will probably be featured in this vlog, you guys can check out my February TBR, which I already posted the other day. I have the books I want to read this month. So yeah, that's all for this update, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, I am back for another update. I keep forgetting to update this month. Last month I did pretty good with updating my vlog, but this month I just haven't been writing or reading that much. I'm getting more into writing and reading again now, so yay. I'll update it a little bit later in the month this time. And last month I updated the vlogs on the 20th, and it's already 21st. But I want to see if I can get some more updates in, since my I haven't been updating or doing much of reading or writing at all for either vlog. But anyways, so I did get some reading done. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been reading that much. But I have gotten some done, thankfully. I finished 2 books. So yay. Last time we talked, I was probably halfway, maybe a little over halfway down with Prisoner of Azkaban, and I was only like a few chapters in The Secrets of Lost Wilderness. But now they're both out because I finally got in a big reading mood last couple of days, so I got some reading done. So I finished Prisoner of Azkaban. Um, and I loved it like I always do. Harry Potter will always hold a special place in my heart, and I loved it. My laptop's gonna die. Um, but okay, but so with reading the Harry Potter books again, I am so excited to be doing a couple of Harry Potter related videos that I will. I don't know when they'll be out. There's two that probably won't come out till I finish my reread series, just so everything's like fresh in my mind. I'm like planning the video as I read, so I have all the information down. It's kind of like research, but I'm not just rereading it for research. I wanted to reread it for a while because I love the series, and it has been a hot minute since I actually read the series, and that's a crime in itself. So I had to reread it. But I wanted to reread it last year, but last year wasn't the greatest reading year for me. I didn't get half as much reading done as I usually do per year. um, but yeah, I also mostly did rereads last year because I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't that big in reading last year, so I mostly just did rereads. But yeah, I enjoyed rereading this, and there's just this the series itself is so good. I know Prisoner of Azkaban is a lot of people's favorite book, and I think it's mostly because of the Marauders Pass. Um, and don't get me wrong, I love Prisoner of Azkaban, but I don't know if it's my favorite. Maybe we'll see after I reread it. I plan on making a whole list about my my favorite to least favorite book and my favorite to least favorite movie because they are different. Because I know Order of Phoenix would be one of my favorite movies. Book, on the other hand, I feel so. Obviously, the Harry Potter series, like the books are better, like in most cases, but I still feel like the movies are one of the best book to movie adaptations ever made. There are some really bad ones out there. Percy Jackson, for instance, I haven't actually read the book series, which I plan to really soon because I got really in the mood to finally read it recently. So next month I'll probably start it. um, but I have seen the movies and I have heard people talking about the different. This is one YouTuber, Movie Flame. You should subscribe to him if you have not. He does mostly Harry Potter content, I've noticed, but he does a lot of other fandoms as well. He's done Avatar and Legend of Korra. He's done Percy Jackson. So yeah. Um, but he was talking about a lot of the differences between the books and movies, and apparently there's a lot. And yeah, it really sounds like a completely different series than the books. So I'm excited to finally read the books and hit on the movie with the rest of you guys. Hopefully, I like the books. um, but I lost my train of thought because I got talked off about Percy Jackson. But the book's just so amazing, and oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. But I do feel like, from what I do remember of Order of Phoenix, the movie was actually better than the book. The fight was better, and there was just Neville's character was so much better, and I just I love the movie. It's definitely one of my favorites. Um, so yeah, I'll let you guys know my list of books, my favorite books and movies soon. It being one of my Harry Potter related videos I plan on making soon. I'll do it. But yeah, look out for those. Keep track of what book I'm reading when, because then you'll know that my videos are coming out soon once I get near the end. I will be starting Goblet of Fire next month because I'm buddy reading them, and one of my friends that I'm buddy reading with will be able to do a book to Goblet of Fire, so we are gonna read it next month, and I'm so excited. Um, Bellafire was never one of my favorite movies. I mean, I don't not like it, obviously. I don't not like any of the movies or books, but there's obviously the ones you like more and the ones that you like least. Okay, and then I also finished this just the other day. I love rereading the series, one of my all-time favorites, and it's just so beautiful, and to be absorbed in this world again is just really amazing. And I already started the fifth book in the series today or yesterday actually. It was past midnight. It was 2:49 a.m. So it is the next day. I started yesterday. I got a few chapters in. I'm on chapter 3. Okay, so a couple chapters in. Um, so yeah, and I'm all excited because Khalik is leading them now because they're going on to the ice, and Khalik is always my favorite character. Sadly though, if my memory serves me right, Khalik and Tokuro do fight quite a bit in this book just because he likes to be in charge, but they both butt heads a few times just because they're both the bigger bears. You know, they're the motherly slash fatherly figures of the group, and they both lead. Tokuro led when they were on land, but Khalik has to lead on ice because she's the only one that understands that world. And Tokuro's just being hard-headed and difficult, but that's Tokuro for you. So, but um, this book was just so amazing. It is. They're all really close friends at this point. There was some sad scenes, like there was a time when Udrak almost died. She shifted into, I forgot what it was now. I read this just the other day and I forgot what it was. But she shifted into a type of bird. That much I remember. And he ended up swallowing a bishop by accident. Um, so they had to, so they had to convince him to change into a flat face, which is human, so that the flat face healer can heal him. Because if they didn't, they had to watch him die and they couldn't bear it. But then, the other flat faces came and kind of took him to a real hospital instead of their little nature village. So they ended up having to travel to find him because they took him in a metal bird, and so metal bird, that's what they call airplanes because they don't know what else it is. But it's just, and it made me feel so bad for Khalik having to see a metal bird again, especially so up close because before she ran mid the group at the end of book one, she was taken by Flat Faces and put into a metal bird, and that's where she met Nanook, who kind of took on a motherly figure for her. But then the metal bird ended up crashing, and she ended up having to watch Nanook die, even though she already watched her mother die and wasn't even sure if her brother was alive at that point yet. So she's been through a lot. They all have, but Kelly probably has the most tragic past. But Toklo would be a close second. But so yeah, I feel so bad for Kelly for having to deal with that again. But I also felt bad for Yujek since he was the one technically, dying. But they were able to find him and they were able to get out, and now they're on this quest to save the wild from the flat faces who want to tear it all up. So that is their journey, and their journey is leading them onto the ice for book 5. I hope to finish that within the next couple of days, and the sixth book within the next couple of days, and then I will uh not and then I'll be done with the first arc of Seekers, and I can reread the second arc. Start the second arc, or start rereading. I can't see. Start rereading the second arc next month. Um, so I do want to finish those two books, and I want to see if I can finish King of Scars. I haven't been reading it. But I want to try to finish it, or at least get closer to finishing it. Um, I think that's all the books I had on my TBR. I had this book, the fifth book and sixth book in the series, King of Scars, Rule of Wolves, but I won't be able to finish that this month, and Prince of Escafon. Those are the books I had on my TBR, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, next month, I don't know yet. We'll see how I feel next month. My mood might completely change. I might not even be in the mood I almost said Prince of Escafon, for Percy Jackson anymore next month. But we'll see. Because I do really want to finally read that series and the sequel series. So yeah. But I had loads of fun reading these two series. I have loads of fun rereading these two series. These two series are probably my most reread series. I mean, I love rereading books, and now I'm tabbing them, so it'll be easier. So I don't always have to read the entire book. I can just go to my favorite parts, like because it's just so much. It's so much easier to do that with like TV shows or movies because you can just look on YouTube or look up the episode you're looking for and find a certain scene you want or the episode. But not with books. So this way, it's at least a little easier to find what I'm looking for if I don't want to reread the entire thing. But no book I own I have read more times than I've read Secrets and Harry Potter. Those are definitely my two most favorite series, no doubt. So yeah, uh, that is all for this update. I'll update you again in the next few days when you know how my goal of reading these two books was. I hope to read, even if I don't get any further in Kingdom Hearts this month, I hope to at least read these two books fully this month. No promises, but I'm going to try. I'm more in a reading mood than I was the rest of this month. So I'm feeling on the upside. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, I'm back for another update. So, I finished this. It's 2:26 a.m. I finished it, I want to say about 1ish in the morning. So I didn't finish it yesterday, but that was okay. I had the writing sprint and then I slept several hours and, life and stuff. So I did finish it within just a couple days, so I'm very happy with myself. I absolutely loved reading this book. So they are they had to go to the ice, and there was a few scenes that made me all sad because the friends started fighting a little bit. It's mostly Kilik and Toklo because they both butt heads sometimes, just because they're the big ones of the group. I think I explained this in my last update, but they kind of took on, once they all came together, they kind of took on the mother-father roles for Lusa and Udrak because they're the smaller, I wouldn't say weaker. I mean, they're both strong in their own ways, but they all have their own talents. But I guess, for one, they're younger, and they're also a lot smaller than the other two. Kilik's bigger than all of them, which is mentioned a lot throughout this one book. So you know that Kilik is now bigger than Toklo even, because white bears are bigger than brown bears. So she's growing a lot. And, so they kept butting heads, and since they had to go to the ice to continue their journey, Kilik had to lead them. And Toklo likes being the leader. He likes being in charge and making all the decisions and having people rely on him and only him. And he didn't like that he had to rely on Kilik because he didn't understand the ice and the rules of the ice or how to hunt on the ice. They did make up, and she even started teaching him because he wanted to learn. So things got better, and I feel like Toklo kind of learned his lesson, but also he is Toklo, and he's just a grumpy pants most of the time, so there's that too. But then they had to split up too, because Toklo was worried about Lusa. It's just, watching them in this book was like, oh my gosh, because when Toklo first met Lusa, he hated her. It's not like he even really knew her to hate her. For one, she annoyed him because of her chipperness, and he's, the opposite of that. But also because she's a black bear, and because she was a reminder of his mother. That's a whole other story. But now he is so worried about her because she was, something was wrong with her, and she wasn't doing well on the ice, so he said that he needed to take Lusa back to the land, and Kilik and Udrak had to continue this journey because the journey was important to save the wild. But then they ended up meeting up together and saving Lusa because she got kidnapped by Flatfaces. But they were trying to help her. It's a long story. But yeah. But I loved reading it. As you can tell, I tabbed it quite a bit. There's so many scenes that I just loved rereading, and sometimes I got so into it, and I felt like I was actually in the story, which is one of the amazing things about reading. But yeah, I will be starting the 6th book once I wake up because I'm going to be going to bed here in a moment. But I do think I can finish the 6th book in this month. I mean, I still have a good, week until this month is even over, and it took me, 2 days to finish this book? Not even, like a day and a half. Let's say a day and a half. I feel like it took only a day and a half. It could have took a whole day, but I slept and then did writing sprints. But if it wasn't for that, I could have finished it all in one day. But, so yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can finish that book. Maybe not, I want to try to finish it in an entire day, because I do want to get some writing done as well. So I'm going to, try to stretch it for 2 days, maybe 3, depending on how much writing I really want to get done. But we'll see. But I did want to finish King of Scars as well, so we'll see. Maybe I'll try to finish that in one day, and then I can focus on writing and reading the rest of King of Scars throughout the rest of the month. We'll see. It depends on how I feel as well. It depends on how big of a reading or writing mood I'm in to know what is going to happen, because, yeah. But I always enjoyed this series, and I was on Book Talk. I did not do that. You did not see anything. I was on Book Talk earlier, and I don't go on TikTok very often. I can go days and days without even thinking about going on TikTok, and then eventually both Alyssa and my mom will be like, I sent you videos on TikTok. Alyssa goes on there a lot more. She has a problem, and she's gonna kill me if she knew I just said that. But hey Alyssa, I'm making an update for my video, for my vlog, and I just told everyone your problem with TikTok. I knew that was gonna happen. She threw this at me. That's rude. That's rude. What? You about that speaking the truth?
I don't want to hear that from someone who has their addiction posted on the fucking walls and shit.
You don't see anything?
Or what's all over here?
They can't see everything in my apartment. I film right here on my bed.
But
they don't see all of it. Well, then you can't prove it.
Don't tempt me.
Anyways, I lost what I was saying now. Oh yeah, TikTok. Alyssa and mom will be like, have you checked out my TikTok videos yet? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I have people they send me TikTok videos. So I'll be like, oh yeah, I should probably go on TikTok and check it out. Cause TikTok doesn't just cross my mind. I do want to join Book Talk just because I want to mostly promote my book and maybe talk about some books that I really like on TikTok. But yeah. But I'll have to start actually remembering to go on TikTok to do that. So we'll see how that goes. But when I went on TikTok to check what videos they sent me, after that I decided to look on Book Talk a little bit. I was in a huge Secrets mood since I was reading this, and so I decided to put on Secrets. I didn't think I'd actually find anything because this is like the most underrated book, and I didn't find very much, but I found a few secret related videos, and I got so happy. And there's some people in the comments saying how it's so underrated, it's just as good as Warriors, and I got so happy. I was like, yes, there are some people out there who see my points, who agrees with me, some people who love Secrets as much as I do, and that made me so happy because Secrets is just, it's cruel how underrated it is. But yeah, so anyways, I got really off topic as I usually do, so moving on. But yeah, so I finished this book just about an hour and a half ago-ish. But then I was listening to music and checking in on social media, so, but I will start the 6th book, Spirits in the Stars, when I wake up. Well, not right as I wake up, but sometime after I wake up in the morning. It's already technically morning, but like later in the morning. Yay. Okay, I was afraid it was gonna fall off my bed, but no, it just fell on my other Secrets book. So yeah. But I am reading a lot of Secrets books this month, as you can tell. Spirits in the Stars will be the 3rd Secrets book I read this month alone, and then I will be done with the 1st arc, and I can read the 2nd arc next month. Start rereading that arc next month. So yay! And I'll talk more about that when I make next month's vlog. So that is all for this update, and I'll talk to you guys again in the next couple of days. See ya. Hey, so this vlog will probably go up tomorrow. So this will be one of the last updates. I probably will give one more update on this vlog, either tonight or tomorrow morning before I upload it. I haven't read that much since our last update. I started this book, and I read the first 2 chapters, or just one. No, actually, I'm still in the first chapter. Okay, I'm only on the first chapter, but kind of a bit longer chapter. But I'm not ready to reread this book yet because my second favorite character dies. And I'm not ready to bawl my eyes out because no matter how many times I read the series, I bawl my eyes out every time I read about his death because it's just too sad for me. I love him and he died on me. But I guess he did it in a heroic way, you know, he saved the others. But it was still sad. But I do plan on reading a little bit more today. I don't know how much more I'm gonna get done because I'm really tired, and after I get some groceries from the store I might take a nap. But I probably will read tonight after I wake up, because I probably will wake up tonight, and then tomorrow morning, and then hopefully I do want to have this done before I make the last update. But all I know is that I do plan on publishing this vlog tomorrow. When tomorrow, I don't know. It might be closer in the afternoon. We shall see. But I will give you that last update to let you know that I finished this book, and if I did end up finishing this book, maybe I just decided to postpone it because I'm not ready to read about his death. It's too sad. But yeah. So I will get back at you soon with the final update of this vlog. Talk to you guys soon. Hey, I'm back with my last updates for this reading vlog. So I finished Secret Spirits in the Stars. It is the 6th book, 6 out of 12, and I've been finishing this reread very quickly. I mean, I read like 3 books pretty much in a span of a week, I swear. But it's Seekers, and I can't help it. I love Seekers. But I cried. I always cry in this book. I think this is the only Seekers book I really flat out bawled my eyes out for, because my second favorite character dies in this book, and every single time I cry about it. And I can't not cry about it because, first of all, I loved his character, and second of all, I mean, the friendship between the 4 bears and how much they care about each other, and their reactions to him dying, and how he sacrificed himself to save his best friends and save the entire wild, and it's beautiful, and it's sad, but I loved it. I read this in a very short amount of time, but I think I've read pretty much all of it today, like early this morning. It's 11:09 a.m. I've been up like since 11 p.m. last night, and I've been reading this like all morning. But I did start chapter 1 yesterday, but then I just never finished chapter 1, but then I just started reading it today, and I didn't want to stop. I did take a couple breaks to like eat or rest, but yeah, it's just so good. I devoured this book. I just love this series. There are 6 more books, and even though what I love about the other 6 books is that they never forget Udrak. Especially at the beginning, they all still remember him and are grieving him and love him. He was like a brother to them, because this is like a little found family they have here, and I know several times the 3 of them will have dreams and see him as he speaks to them and warns them and just comfort them whenever they need him most. He's always there watching over them in the stars, and it's beautiful. And every time every time I reread the other 6 books and see Udrak, I always get so excited because I'm like, here's Udrak, he's back to help his best friends. But yeah, I love the series so much, and I'm so glad to have reread it. Oh, I'm still rereading it, but yeah. So that's it for this vlog. You'll see. I'll be doing another reading and writing vlog next month. So don't forget to check that out. This vlog will be going up today. I don't know what time today, but today nonetheless. And yeah, so please like and subscribe and comment how your reading went. Well, if you read any of these books, if you plan on reading any of the books, and how your reading has been going. And I hope you've been enjoying your reading, and I'll talk to you guys later.